What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Very impromptu. I'd first like to apologize. My voice is still a little scraggly from being sick. And that's also the reason why I've been a little behind on content. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably know that. Of course, these probably aren't helping any. Well, you know what? I wanted to stay out of it. I mean, honestly, all the drama that's been happening. Not that there's anything wrong with getting involved in a little drama. It's entertaining, and I'm certainly not judging anybody. But me, I really just wanted to do my thing, entertain my fans, keep doing my show, grow my channel. But I was dragged into it. The whole doxing situation with Zeph and Lizz and I don't think I had anything to do with the Kraut T server. I don't think I was even mentioned inside that server, but Zeph, definitely that whole situation. I did my very best, but now I just learned through Sinatra and a couple other people watching the Kumite as well that Lizz and Zeph and everybody decided to do a live stream about the whole situation, and of course they brought me up. Now, they like to bring up the fact currently that in a stream I did a while back ago, wishing Failure a happy birthday, an impromptu stream on this channel, the Behind the Magog stream I did a while back ago, that I had no evidence that Zeph is the one who doxed me publicly. And so I couldn't lay that accusation at his feet because of my own ethics. I have to have proof, So I kindly, said my piece about, how I felt about people finding my personal social media. And then I introduced myself as Jeremy and went ahead and kind of just embraced it. It was going to happen anyway. And then I wanted to move on. And so at the end of that stream, of course, hey, everybody, I'm Jeremy, the creator of Magog. And that was the end of it. In my opinion, it was bound to happen. And, I just wanted to move on and do my thing. But now they're saying on their stream, Zeph and Lizz, they're using that as proof that they're not doxers or that they, that are telling the truth. And oh, look, even Magog believes us. So I thought I'd do a stream to clear the fucking air. Earlier on Twitter, I asked if anybody had any verifiable proof that Zeph shared my dox with anybody. And I got the proof, which I will share with you all now. But before I get to that, I think it's best to lay out a timeline of events so that everybody knows what happened to me personally and where everything falls in line so that there are no mistakes. So it all began a long, long time ago, actually months ago. Long before all of this, the Kraut T server happened and all of that stuff blew up. I got a message on Twitter from somebody named Zeph. Now, this was shortly after I did the large collab video, The Message to Susan Wojcicki, if you guys remember. And if you remember in that video, Zeph and Lizz were in it, as well as a ton of other YouTubers. I just threw it all together with as many YouTubers as I could get a hold of. And after that, I guess because I put them in my video and they appreciated that, Zeph contacted me on Twitter. He DM'd me. And he had my docs. And he showed it to me. He had a screen capture and everything. I was like, hey, is this you? So I was like, hey, dude, that I don't really know all that well, But anyway, ultimately, he told me in that message that he was, he wasn't doing this to scare me or anything. He was trying to be a friend, show me where my security weaknesses were. He was afraid that some SJW would find out the same thing and dox me. So he was warning me where my dox was and how it was easily and readily available. I wouldn't say easily, though. You do have to go looking for it. I mean, it's not like he found some old YouTube channel I used to do or something like that, because I never had one. In fact, my footprint on social media for the past few years have been pretty nominal. You know, just MySpace back in the day before Facebook, and now Facebook, just to keep in contact with old military buddies and friends and family when I was abroad. No, I was never trans. I was never abroad. Abroad, not a broad. Okay? I know where your mind goes, chat. I already know. Anyway, let's take a little break from that. So everybody keep that in mind. Zeph came to me and showed me my dogs. All right? I would like to point out, too, I'm sure everybody noticed, we're on the live stream channel, so there is no super chats. And I'll try to watch the chat. We'll take breaks and I'll take questions and stuff. But if you want to support my show, there is a Streamlabs link in the description. And I'll check that from now and again, too. But by all means, you don't have to. I just want to let you know, because a lot of people expect the super chats to be active so they can get their comment highlighted and everything. And I don't have that active on this channel yet. I need 10,000 views. I have the 1,000 subscribers, but I need 10,000 views before I can monetize. So soon, hopefully. And hopefully, too, you know, things will start to build over here on the live stream channel. And I know you all probably have questions about side quest and all the future projects and stuff like that. And I'll cover that at the end of this whole situation, because I know it's worth talking about. And I do need to go ahead and update everybody. So, and once again, I apologize. My voice is still shite. All right, so where were we? Zeph sent me my docs in a DM months ago, quite literally months ago, way before all of this happened. And then months later, it happened. The Kraut T server thing happened. The Kumite started talking about Zeph and Lizz and everything like that, and I kind of got pulled into it. Because at about that time, when Tonka and Sinatra and Cog started talking about the weird shit that Zeph has been doing, that multiple people have reported that he contacts them personally and shows them their dogs, that I started to notice some pretty strange things on my personal social media. Mostly just messages from people I never knew, you know, or I'm not friends with, and they're going, "Oh, are you Magog?" or whatever. Now, at the time, I had no evidence to believe that Zeph doxed me publicly. And that's what I said on the Kumite, that I didn't want to lay any of that on anybody's feet without proof. And that was my feeling at the time. You know, like, I didn't want to hop on the bandwagon of, you know, Zeph did this and Zeph did that without proof, at least personally. I still listened to the Kumite and Tonka, and there was a lot of evidence that supported the fact that there was some shady shit going on. And so, of course, I listened, and some of it I probably was like, yeah, you know, I could see that happening or whatever have you. But I personally, when it comes to my own personal situation, did not have any evidence. Now, what happened on my social media, my personal social media, could have been a coincidence, too. You know, people find you. It's the internet. Okay? So I wanted to let it go. And all of you know I did. I stopped talking about all this stuff. I wasn't getting on the Kumite anymore. And I was very livid the one time I went on the Kumite. It was probably the only time I ever really felt angry. And that was the day I found out I was kind of semi-doxed. People were finding me. And so I had to change my profile picture into a meme or something and just try to hide my face and set everything to private and all that stuff, in the hopes that if people did message me, I could just ignore it and people would go, oh, maybe I was wrong, and move on, you know. So let's keep with the timeline, though. I don't want anybody to get confused. Months ago, Zeph sent me my docs. A few months later, Kumite started talking about the weird shit Zeph and Lizz were doing. Okay? Then the Kraut and T thing happened. And that's when it really exploded. I'm talking fucking Andy got involved. There was the great schism in the community. People were being called liars. People were being called doxers. There's this and there's that. And there's all kinds of accusations flying all over the place. And people were very angry, and people were very, oh man, people were upset, and rightfully so. People don't like doxing, So that whole situation, and it went all the way up the chain to the Don himself, Sargon, Even he had to do a video on it and be like, I had nothing to do with this shit. I did talk to Kraut, that kind of thing. Hell, I was half expecting Milo to show up and be like, you all can suck my dick as I suck black guys' dicks. I was just expecting it. I mean, it's a huge controversy, right? At least in our little corner of YouTube. But once again, I kind of stayed out of it. I did. And then even more evidence started coming to light. Screen captures of DMs, recorded materials, exposing truths. The Kilroy thing happened. Now everybody's like, oh my God, what's going to happen with Kilroy? And I was looking forward to all that. It all kind of seemed to unravel. So, but I continued to stay out of it. I'm going to do my thing. I'm not going to talk about this stuff. It is whatever. So yeah, timeline of events. I was sent my docs by Zeph. Then all the stuff happened. I got on the Kumite. And then after the Kumite, I did the failure birthday stream. And I still, even on the birthday stream for failure, I still didn't have 100% proof that Zeph was the one who showed my docs to anybody. And I said that. And that is the clip they like to use now, in order for them to be like, look, even Magog believes us. Really? Well, some interesting things have happened since. And people have to understand the timeline. Just because I said those things at the time that I believed them does not mean 3 weeks later I feel the same way, because new evidence have come to light. So, to be sure, a few weeks back, just to be sure, I sent both Lizz and Zeph a message on Twitter. So, to be sure, because of all the weird things I was seeing on my social media and everybody talking about Zeph and Lizz and all that stuff was happening, and I was pretty angry, so that's why I introduced myself. And contrary to what they said in their stream, they said that I accidentally doxed myself. That is wrong. I purposely did, because once people start finding you on social media, you might as well own it. I introduced myself. I didn't accidentally do it. So, I sent them a message. And here are the messages. Okay? I can't share them on the screen because I don't have that capability right now. I'm just running a quick Google's Hangouts. But I will read them to you verbatim, so you guys understand what happened. So, I sent a message to Lizz first and said, Lizz, should I do this in the Magog? I better not do the Magog voice. My voice is still scratchy. I don't really know the whole story of what's going on right now. I don't know if I want to know, but some strange things have been happening lately, and I need to know, did Zeph give anyone else that information he found on me? Because others have found me, the real me suddenly. That's what I sent Lizz. Lizz messaged back, and I'll post these pictures on Twitter if I have to. But Lizz messaged back, no, he tried to help you hide it. He was freaking out when he saw that you could be doxxed. He wants to protect you. He really isn't a doxer. He got that rep from a woman named Sevi. He doesn't do that kind of shit. I want everybody to listen to these words. What happened, dude? Zeph didn't even share it with me, and we are talking on Discord when it happened. He was panicking over your safety. Well, not like panic, like gonna do something stupid, just really trying to warn you and help you because of what you cover in your videos. He was afraid you could get hurt. He is a big fan of yours and was worried. That's what Lizz responded with. So, I also sent a message to Zeph that very same day, and I asked him, dude, did you share my docs with anyone? I mean anyone. because people have found me suddenly on social media. His answer to that was this, and I have the screen capture. I never share anyone's information. I try to help you hide it. I'm your fan. I'm an investigator in real life and could lose my license by doing unethical things, even tarnish my reputation. The initial rumors are from a scam artist named Sevi Rose that I exposed. She had the ears of several high sub YouTubers and caused some damage on the way down. You're catching the tail end of some drama by those who haven't realized I was never trying to expose them or tarnish their reps. But since they want to personally attack me and Lizz, I've been trolling them on Twitter and in my videos. Even Cog and Gemini admitted that I wasn't a doxer when we briefly made peace. Cog, of course, changed that opinion after foolishly thinking I was insulting him in a video. I can, of course, prove my claims. They can't, but it's up to you what you want to believe. Once again, no, I never doxed you, and I never gave anyone your information. I want you to pay attention to those last lines. I never gave anyone your information. Well, I left it be. I didn't even answer them back. I was like, whatever. I moved on. I had a Christmas episode to do. I had Christmas songs to sing in the Poe voice. You know how hard that is? It's really hard. You know, I had other things on my mind. I had to sit here in my living room and record me going, I'm walking in the air. It's fucking hard, okay? It's hard to sing as Poe. So I let it go. To my knowledge, that was good enough for me, I suppose, at the time. Everybody else had their own grievances. But I let it go. Now, they're on a stream saying, look, Magog even thinks we didn't dox him. Magog knows it. He admitted it himself in that impromptu birthday stream he did for Failure weeks back. My name's getting dragged into this shit again. Now, they should have left me the fuck out of it after that. They should have. If you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. Well, they started something. So as you probably all know, if you followed me on Twitter, I tweeted out earlier, does anybody have any verifiable proof that Zeph shared my docs with anyone? Not some, oh, he said, she said shit. You know, none of this, oh, so-and-so said they got your docs from him, or this. I needed verifiable proof. And so what happened? Chambers happened. She contacted me and said, hey, I know who you are. And it's because of Zeph. Now, isn't that interesting? But I like to have evidence. Call it my own ethics, call it journalistic integrity, or whatever have you. I have to have real evidence. So, given that I know Zeph sent me my own docs, so I know what he had on me because he sent it to me, I needed to verify if it was the same thing she had. Because it's not like you can just Google search this shit. Somebody had to have shown. Well, Chambers was kind enough to share with me what Zeph shared with her. And she screen capped it. She showed it to me. She showed me my first and last name and where she got it from. And it was the same place that Zeph got it from, an old website that my brother had created years ago. He somehow tracked that down through some piece of artwork I did. He was able to do it. So like I said, it's not like something you can just Google. And given that the evidence, the docs that she has on me, is the exact same as Zeph's and was verified by him, and I could see that in the DMs, I can now safely say publicly, when Zeph told me he never shared my docs with anyone, he is a lying sack of shit. Because he shared it with Chambers. Now, he claims that he did that after I doxed myself on the stream. But here's the thing, folks. I introduced myself as Jeremy, the creator of Magog, but I never gave my last name, and I sure shit didn't give my address. I just embraced being me. To show everybody that I don't give a fuck that you know my real name, or at least my real first name. And what happened? He turned around on that stream, and I heard it on Sinatra's stream earlier. He was playing the video. They were like, oh, once we realized that Magog accidentally doxed himself, we went into a private chat, and Zeph was like, what do I do with this? What do I do? And apparently that's how Chambers, or at least according to them. But according to Chambers, they were talking, and he brought up that he knew me, that he found my docs. And Chambers asked him, she was curious, why? You know? And he was like, oh, well, you know, I'm an investigator. Same thing he told me. I'm an investigator, you know, it's what I do. Well, this is what I know. Contrary to everything else that's being talked about on the Kumite, on Andy Worski's channel, or anybody else, Sinatra Cog, anybody else talking about this, these are the facts that I know based on the timeline. Zeph sent me my docs and told me it was just to show me where my security weaknesses were, that he was a fan and he was being a friend. After that, funny things started happening. I started getting some random messages on my personal Facebook. And I had to set that shit to private and shut it down. Not shut it down, but set it to private and change the pictures and all that stuff. Then after that, I went on a couple shows and said, yeah, I've been semi-doxed, so I'm pissed. But I still don't have any evidence it was Zeph. Could have been anybody. Could have been just a coincidence that it happened at that time. And then I went on the birthday stream I did for him. Just wish him a happy birthday. He wasn't actually on the stream. I want to clarify that. And said, I still don't have any evidence, so I'm going to let it go. And I introduced myself to show that I'm embracing it. It was bound to happen. And I wanted to let it go. And I did. I let it go, and I let it go, and I let it go. And then tonight happened. And here they are doing a fucking video saying, look, Magog said I didn't do anything. He's on my side. When I asked them, both, Lizz and Zeph, did you share my docs with anyone? And those messages were after the failure stream. I'm pretty sure. They might not have been, so don't quote me on that one, but they're around the same time. The stream where I introduced myself and said that I'm still not, you know, I have no evidence that Zeph was the one who did it publicly. He doxed me publicly. He certainly sent me my docs, but I don't have any evidence. Around that same time, I also messaged Lizz and Zeph, and they both told me they never shared anyone. They never shared it with anyone. Now, that word means something. Anyone. Okay? And Lizz even said, Zeph didn't even share it with me. And now I've got Chambers coming forward saying, here's a screenshot of how he showed me how to do it, and here's your street address, and here's your name, and here's your brother's name, and here's that old website we found it on, and here's all these DSN links and all this stuff. And yeah, I learned it from Zeph. Now, I've forgiven Chambers for knowing that information because as far as I know and as far as I can tell, Chambers has not shared that with anybody. She's kept it a secret, which I appreciate. And I told her tonight, too. If it comes out sometime that you shared this with anybody after you told me you didn't, we're going to have a problem. But tonight, if you tell me you've never shared this, all is forgiven. Okay? Because my beef is with Zeph and Lizz, who told me they never shared my docs with anybody. Well, they lied because they shared it with Chambers. And that makes them a liar, a fucking manipulator. And I have no reason to trust them over Chambers. Chambers never did anything wrong to me. So she is forgiven. She learned something from a shitty dude and told me about it. That is that. That's the end of that. Now, from this point on, if she goes out and shares my docs with somebody, might have a problem with her, but I don't think she's going to do that. But I'm not supposed to believe Zeph and Lizz over Chambers. Now that I know, they lied to me, to my fucking face. They messaged me in my DMs and said, we didn't share this shit with anybody. Not a person. Lying sacks of shit. I'm fucking pissed. I'm fucking angry. It's one thing to dox somebody and then send it to him and be like, hey, dude, watch your back. This is your security weaknesses. Okay. I forgave that. I was like, okay, maybe this dude's just being cool. It's a little creepy, but his heart's in the right place. You lie to my fucking face, we're done. It's all I have in this world is my word, my trust. You don't fuck with that. I better have a cigarette before I eat this fucking microphone. That's the story. That's the end of it. I've read you the evidence, and I'll post it on Twitter later if you guys want to see it. I can't bring it up on the screen, but I'll fucking post it. They told me. We didn't share it with anybody. We were just worried about you. Then they get on a stream and use that clip from my birthday stream to failure and say, look, even Magog believes us. We're innocent. We didn't do nothing. We're not liars. We're not cheats. We're not manipulators. Magog believes us, so it must be true. He's a trustworthy guy. Yeah, goddammit, I am. I pride myself on it. And if I fuck up, I apologize for it too. Did it the other day. Twitter. Ain't that hard. Own your shit. Everybody fucks up. Everybody's human. Now, if I had asked Lizz and Zeph, did you share my docs with anybody? Even in just casual conversation, and you didn't mean it. If they had told me right then and there, to my face, yeah, shit, we trust Chambers. She's a friend, and we told her about it. I might not have liked it, but at least I could respect that. That you owned your shit. That you come to my face and you tell me I fucked up. I shared it. I shouldn't have. In fact, I shouldn't have found it in the first fucking place. I should have left people alone. What the fuck kind of person messages somebody and goes, oh, here's your life information, just being a friend? I play a crazy drunk wizard on YouTube. Okay? Let that sink in. I'm not supposed to be doing this kind of shit. I'm not supposed to be getting online, being all angry, talking to my beautiful audience, my Magogonites, who love what I do and support me, even when I'm sick and I haven't given them a video in a week and a half. I'm not supposed to be like this. I ain't supposed to feel like this. I'm just a comedian, I just want to entertain people. I didn't have nothing to do with the Kraut and Tea thing. I'm not alt-right. I'm not siding with anybody or anything. I just want to do my thing, please my fans. Let this great schism in the skeptic community just, take its own course, whatever has to happen. I didn't start doing streams and talking about it constantly or anything like that. Because that's not my business. My business is entertainment on a comedic level. I dress like a fucking wizard. Come on, guys. I'm not going to sit there and do streams like Tonka does. Like I said, nothing wrong with that. I love the Kumite. Everybody knows I love the Kumite. But that's just not my job. That's not my job. That's his job. That's Andy's job. That's other people's job. That ain't my job. My job is act a goof. That's my job. Thrax, I've been accused of being a pedo, a doxer, a child woman beater, had my fetishes revealed on Twitter, all because I disagreed with Lizz and said she was manipulative. So that's how they play it, huh? Is that how they play it, Thrax? Is that how they do? Motherfuckers. Anyway. I tell you what. If them bitches had 2 brain cells to rub together between 2 of them, they'd start a fucking fire. They should have never done any of this in the first place. What possesses someone to go, I'm going to seek out this person in real life and find out everything I can about them and then send it to them in the hopes that they'll be my friend? What kind of back-ass word shit is that? That's not how you make friends, Zeph. You know how you make friends? You get on DMs with people and go, what's up, man? Love your shit. Want to talk sometime? Hang out? You know? Get on a live stream? Have some jokes? You don't go find fucking people. The fuck, man? So here's where it stands, people, and I want you all to take this to heart, because this is coming from me. This ain't coming from anybody else who has other grievances with Zeph and Lizz. I don't know the whole story behind it. I mean, they're talking about some shit with a bird. You know, I don't know, like they killed a bird. You know, now, I killed a bird. It's called Poe. You know, but I at least made him part of my show, and now he has his own fan following, so he didn't die in vain. There's a lot of grievances. And you don't know what to believe? Believe this. Because I just presented you with the easiest and simplest evidence that they are lying pieces of shit. They told Magog, old Jeremy, that they didn't share my docs with anyone. And the fact that they shared it with Chambers not only makes them a liar, but now I can't even trust whether or not they shared it with somebody else. So for all I know, they've been sharing it for all over the place, and I have no reason to disbelieve that now, because the evidence presents itself, and what can be extrapolated from that. So even if they come out tomorrow after they see this stream of mine and say, no, Magog, yeah, we shared it with Chambers and we're sorry, but we didn't share it with anybody else, I ain't got no reason to fucking believe you now. Bunch of slack-jawed fucking bitches, man. Anyway, I suppose that's all I have to say on the matter. You guys now know the progression, the timeline, and the facts. They lied to my face. I did not share your docs with anyone. That's not what I do. That would be unethical. I would lose my investigation license. Motherfucker, maybe you should lose your fucking license then, because you was unethical as fucking hell. There's a special place in hell for people who just flat out lie to your fucking face. Anyway, maybe I shouldn't stream when I'm upset. I don't know. I don't even know what I've been saying now. I don't know all the insults. I'll probably go back and watch and be like, maybe I should pull the reins back a little bit. Now they're going to come out and say that I'm being a meanie head, trying to start some shit. I ain't starting shit. They started shit. I'm ending it tonight. You think there's going to be more streams about this shit later? The hell no. You think I'm going to answer their questions? You think I'm going to get their fucking DMs, or they're going to at me on Twitter, or they're going to try to invite me on a stream and explain themselves? Hell no. You had your chance to come clean when I asked you. What's funny is if they had left me out of it, I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have sought out proof. If they hadn't have brought me up in that stream they did and said, you know, these lies that Magog agrees with us. Look, he's saying it. Magog, oh, we're exonerated because Magog, you know. They hadn't have done that. You know what I'd be doing right now? Drinking cold medicine and jerking it. That's what I'd be doing. Chambers is in the chat. No, I'm just covering everything that you gave me and the timeline of what happened, and that was that. So yeah, you missed my rant. You missed my anger. Just a little flash of it. Chambers, once again, I would like to thank Chambers for being honest with me and sharing what she learned from Zeph and giving me the proof I needed to finally go public and Called him a piece of shit liar. I didn't plan on doing it. I wanted to let it all go, but they kept on bringing me into it. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. So thank you, Chambers. And I have the screenshots too. I have the screenshots. So I know what she told me was the truth because she straight up showed me everything. So it's not like I was just taking her word for it. I needed proof. I had enough proof in my mind to doubt what Zeph and Lizz said to me.
No, I didn't know. No, what happened? Like something doxing?
Yeah, Zeph, the short version of it is Zeph sent me my docs months ago and was like, oh, dude, here's your security weaknesses. Just being a friend. And then all the shit happened and I tried to stay out of it. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I even when I got on a stream, I said I had no evidence that Zeph doxed me because I have seen some funny stuff happening on my public profiles. And I had to set them to private and change my pictures and everything. But I still had that could have been a coincidence. So I still never came out and accused Zeph.
Yeah.
And then they used those clips from a live stream in Zeph and Lizz recently to say, look, Magog sides with us. He doesn't believe we doxed him.
Jesus.
Just keeps dragging my name into it. So finally I was like, does anybody have any proof that Zeph shared this with anybody? Because I have two DMs from both Lizz and Zeph saying, we never shared your docs with anyone. So Chambers of my heart comes up and goes, here's a screenshot of Zeph showing, here's what Zeph showed me, and here's your name, and here's your address, and it was right. It was the exact docs that he sent me personally.
Wow.
So the fact that they told Chambers and then lied to my fucking face and said that they didn't show anybody proves to me that they're lying pieces of shit, and that's all I had to say about it.
Is that where we are now? I get it. That's fucked up. I mean, like, I got doxed through a blackmail attempt.
But the reason I sent you the link, Matt, not just because, I like talking to you, you're a cool dude, is because if anybody knows how dangerous doxing can be, it's you, because you were swatted.
I was swatted, yeah.
And I know that Zeph came to me and was all like, here's your docs, but I'm just being a friend. Why the fuck you going after people's shit in the first place? Know what I'm saying?
Howard?
Yeah, like what?
We tried so hard to be optimistic with that when it happened.
Yeah,
because we were talking when it happened, and it was fucking weird.
Yeah,
and we tried to be really jolly and forgiving about it, and presume the best, and just we'll just all right, nod. Let's just pretend this didn't happen, and maybe move on here. No, every fucking opportunity given for some sort of turnaround.
Yep.
Well, the whole purpose of this stream was to make it clear that I did not, like them using that old clip of me saying I had no proof that Zeph doxed me, so I'm not going to lay that at his feet, because I'm an ethical person. I'm not going to accuse somebody without evidence.
Yeah,
you have
that's got to stop. And that's the whole purpose of integrity. Right. The whole purpose of this stream is that's got to stop now. They better not ever use that old clip from a stream, because I'm making it clear right here, right now, they fucking lied to my face. They told me they didn't share it with anybody, and turns out they shared it with Chambers, and God knows who now. Because once you tell somebody a lie like that, how you believe them?
No, you don't ever believe them again on that kind of shit. They got into some stuff, and clearly it all blew up, and here we are. Yep.
Now but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and do multiple streams about it. This is it. I've said my piece and I presented the evidence, and that's it. And I know a lot of stuff happened with this, we talked briefly on a stream you invited me on, Matt, to one of your streams one night, and we talked briefly. I know there's a lot of sides to these stories, and there's apologies had to be made, and people fucked up, and people made terrible fucking mistakes. I've actually got no ill will towards anybody except for Zeph and Lizz, because they lied to me. They found my docs and they shared it with someone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Everybody else, y'all got y'all's thing, everybody's all, oh my God, Kilroy, oh my God, the Crown T thing. People have said their apologies. I've accepted their apologies. People fuck up. I'm moving on. I like people. I like the people I've networked with. I like the people I've become friends with. I don't want people to suddenly start hating me just because I still talk to you or Jeff or, whoever, Wizard of Cause. Because to me, it's a fucked up situation, but we can have forgiveness in our hearts for some things, like apologies were made. People own their shit as far as I'm concerned. And that might be a controversial thing to say because some people aren't accepting of the apologies that have been made. And, but people have taken their licks. The only people still going are Zeph and Lizz. Still putting lie on top of lie and still trying to build this thing. Fucking own your shit and maybe people will leave you the fuck alone and eventually forgive you. Own your fucking shit.
Yeah, every time Lizz messages me on Skype, it's always like, I'm going away. And then, like, I'm like, okay. Like, I don't care. Like, do what you got to do. I don't talk to her, but she messages me and she'll say she's leaving. And then she ends up...
the fuck is that?
That might have been me.
Was that buzzing?
I'm on my phone.
Right. To me, it's just, I really just want to do my thing. Only reason I did this stream tonight is because I keep getting dragged into it. These people keep fucking bringing up my name going, no, Magog's on our side. No, I'm not. So I feel like I've summed that up pretty good. Do you agree?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So I just want to make that clear. We're at 10:58 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and say our goodbyes, everybody. Mundane Matt and Beardbarian. Thanks for joining me on the second half of my stream here. I really appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, all the 200 people that were watching at one time, thanks for dropping by and watching. Thank you to my donators. I'm going to check the Streamlabs one last time and make sure I didn't miss any. If any come after this point, I'm sorry. Looks like nope, that was the last one. So yeah, we're going to bring this to an end. I'm glad that I got to talk to my fans and finally clear the air about the Zeph situation. I'm glad I got to talk a little bit about the future of my channel and also address the issue that after this semester, if it might not be viable for me to continue this, but we'll see. But at least you guys got a heads up of what needs to happen. And I am going to work to make it happen. I'm not just, with my hand out. I am going to try to continue doing great content. There might be some format changes. I want to try new things, but the response videos won't go completely away because I know my fans like them. But I really love all the support I'm getting from all my Magogonites. It's been one hell of a ride. I've reached I'll be reaching my 1 year anniversary on January 14th on YouTube. And it's been one hell of a ride. I want to thank all of you. And I know that there's still a lot of drama around these situations and Kilroy and everything, and there's all kinds of sides of the story, but let's all try to be a little bit amicable towards each other. Everybody's got an opinion on the matter, whether they're going to Kilroy or not. And I feel like everybody has the right to kind of have those opinions and to at least go and see to the Kilroy event and see what it turns into. Because like Matt said, maybe somebody can turn this thing around and maybe the next Kilroy will be a lot more smoother and with a lot more people. So thank you all for coming by. Thanks again to my guests. We'll see you guys on the flip. I'm Jeremy, the creator of Magog. Thanks for dropping by.